Welcome back to another episode of Blind Collabs with Brad, where you're going to hear how we came up with this. Alright, so I'm back with another Blind Collab episode 3, and this time I got to work with singer and songwriter Jacqueline. If you're not familiar with the Blind Collab series, you can check out the first video here. But the short version of the premise is that I collab with another musician to come up with the track, but we never actually discuss anything about the music. For the most part, we just pass stems back and forth until we come up with a final product. So to start off this third collab, I came up with a simple chord progression for an A section, added a little bit of automation to the synth I was using, then came up with a B section, similar but not a straight repetition of the A section, and then at the end of this B section, I kind of wrote a little more arranged counterpoint line between two synth parts. So I kept this section fairly simple, but I did throw a couple curveballs. Much of this first element is outlining kind of a 6/4 feel, and I also kept the form pretty loose, but the general blocking in of the A's and B's is there from the beginning. So I sent this over to Jacqueline and waited to see what she came up with, and she sent me back this ambient outdoor sounds, kind of like background birds and walking sounds. And although this didn't really cement any compositional aspects of the track, it gave a strong vibe going forward and really informed what came next, which was a trumpet part that I added. Well, several trumpet parts. First, in the A section, I cut up a little fragment of something I played and edited it, and I came up with this. And then I also added something to the second half of the B sections. And then thickened the chords at the end of the more arranged part at the end of the B's. Alright, so next up, Jacqueline came back with some vocal background parts. Lots of runs, lots of enforcing the harmony, and to me, this is where the track really started to take shape. The overall form was already cemented, and the chords I added kind of laid out some harmony, but this started to give me a more clear idea of what the end result might be like. So to add my final part, I added some simple bass. And for her final part, Jacqueline sent me the main melody of the track. I'm a runner, 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 I'm a runner. Once I heard the melody with the main part of the track that we had done so far, it felt like everything fit. It felt like the final piece just locked everything together, and the whole thing just felt so cohesive and very different than both of the previous Blind collabs, which I loved. No drums, much more of a mellow vibe, but I was really into it. I think what I got back from Jacqueline really pushed me into a different direction, and I'm really happy with how this came out. So I hope you enjoy. You and I, we could confide on the same side with the same mind. Float off into space, hearts begin to race. We can make plans, we can
Wash the river